My name is John Adidam Littlejohn, and I'm the director and founder of the Thrive City String Boot Camp. Thrive City String Boot Camp takes place in British Columbia in Canada, about an hour outside of Vancouver. It's on a beautiful lake called Hotzig Lake. It's a residential camp. Kids stay in semi-private rooms, bathrooms in the rooms. Very nice. That's something that's a little bit nicer sometimes than that cabin camp experience. You know, it feels a little bit more like a dorm experience. What makes our camp unique is this focus with string players on intensive classical technique and instruction, along with creativity. We have technique classes in the morning and practice sessions, body percussion or some sort of applied theory along with that, rhythm classes. We have orchestra, we call it a wire choir. There's no conductor, so that students learn to lead and to be actively involved in putting together orchestral music. There's chamber music. We do a fun thing called the Musical Olympics that started a couple years ago, where it's sort of an ongoing game where we take, theory games and music games and things that only music nerds would enjoy, but our kids love. Jazz improvisation, so they're learning to hear some of the classical and jazz progressions by actually playing over them. We have seminars about how to exist in the music world, how to practice. We do outreach concerts to teach them that music is about more than applause. It's about changing lives. So we try to change the lives of the students through instruction, and also give the students an opportunity to change others' lives by sharing that music with the community. Private lessons.
Let's go back to half position. Start sooner, move slower, okay? Relax your thumb, here we go. Half position. Yes.
And students have about 2.5 to 3 hours a day of individual practice time. All that happens before 5 o'clock. And then after 5 o'clock, some kids like to read chamber music together. Some kids like to go hang out. Sometimes they're going swimming in the lake. Games, volleyball, cards. Just hanging out and just having that fun camp experience. Thrive City String Boot Camp is a tuition-free camp, meaning that a student, once they're accepted into the camp, they don't pay any tuition, they just pay for their housing expenses. And if they live close enough to be able to drive to the camp daily, they just pay for some of their meals and camp activities. Whoever needs to come, we try to make it so they can come. The way a student gets into the camp is by audition. We review it and we accept as many students as we can afford to cover, usually somewhere between 20 and 25 students. The minimum age is 12 years old to be a residential student, and we have students from like an advanced intermediate stage all the way through university age. Most of the camps that I've been involved in or went to, which are really great camps, usually focused on one thing: orchestra, chamber music, private lessons, practice, but something in one vein. Or I would have to go to a jazz camp to learn the improv side. But to have a camp that really prepares young string players to exist in today's musical climate, not in the one of 50 years ago, a string player would need to be able to play in an orchestra, to teach, to play chamber music, but also to be able to play in a band, to write music, to play on their church worship team. We try at this camp to prepare students to exist in a broad musical world, and I haven't seen that combination in any camp besides ours.